This video is going to cover homework from page 747, number 6. Now we have a figure that looks like this. It is a rivet, I believe, and the dimensions are given, and what we need to do is we need to find the weight of this rivet given that steel, the material this is made out of, is 0.283 pounds per cubic inch. All right, so we need to find the volume of this. So what we have here, this is three-dimensional, not two-dimensional. So this is not a rectangle, it is a cylinder, and this is half of a sphere. Now, the volume for a sphere is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. Now we're going to have half of this. So once we get this number, we divide that by 2. So the volume, okay, so 0.9 inches is my diameter for this sphere. So what I need is half of that. So the volume is equal to 4/3 times 3.14 times 0.45 cubed. And then that is going to equal fraction bar 4/3 times 3.14 times 0.45 cubed equals 0.3815. I'm just going to leave that right in my calculator. So I have my calculator on my phone. I don't know where my other one is. Then I'm just going to divide that by 2. And so the answer is, I'll go ahead and just put this here, 0.191. We'll round that up to 0.191. Okay, so now the volume for the cylinder is equal to base times height, and we know base to be pi r squared, because that's the area of the base, times the height. So the volume will equal 3.14 times the radius squared, and the diameter right here is 0.5 inches. So the radius will be 0.25, and then we'll square that and we'll multiply it by the height, which is 1.5 inches. Now I will make a note. I looked at this before I actually started. All of the units given to me are in inches, and that is exactly what I need. So I didn't need to do any unit conversion here. But I did check that before I started. So we'll multiply all this out. 3.14 times 0.25 quantity squared times 1.5, and that gives me a volume of that 0.294. Okay, so 0.294. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these together. .294 plus 0.191. That is going to give me 0.485 inches cubed. I generally don't write units as I'm doing the math, because it just gets in the way and it gets confusing, but I'll put it on afterwards. I knew all of these were in the proper units. Okay. So now we have to figure out, okay, what do we got to do here? So we've got this unit, or this factor here, and I will put the units in here because they're important. And that is 1 inch cubed. Now what I need here is I need to find out what weight is. So this is the unit that I need left, is weight. So I have inches cubed in the denominator here. I need to have inches cubed in the numerator up here. So that these go away, I'll just put that over a 1 just as a placeholder so it shows that it is a fraction. So the inches cubed and the inches cubed cancel, and the only thing I'm left with is pounds in the numerator. Now the denominator is just going to be 1, so let's ignore that. So I will say 0.485, which I have in my calculator already, multiplied by 0.283. And that is 0.137 pounds. So that's how much that weighs. Now, do they ask the rivet, what is the weight of the rivet? It doesn't ask for the unit. It doesn't say ounces or anything like that. It doesn't. Nope. So I'm going to leave that in pounds. Now that's a very small amount of pounds, so that's kind of hard to gather. If we converted this, more than likely a more appropriate weight to convert this to would be maybe grains or something like that. Grains is a unit that's used in ammunition a lot because the bullet is usually weighed in grains and the powder charge is weighed in grains. There's 7,000 grains per 1 pound. So this really even wouldn't be appropriate to measure in ounces. I would measure it in grains. That's what I would do, unless something called for something different. Usually the very light things are measured in grains.